Hello, this is Stephen Sykes again regarding my concerns for Mr. President Obama. The next issue I want to talk about is jobs. Okay, let's try to get some ideas out of all of this. Got to put people to work. Okay, not everybody is going to be retrained into something else. Now, I do believe people need to have more than one skill and not rely on one thing for their whole life. But at the same time, you can't expect everybody to do everything. Not everybody's going to be a tech. You're not going to take auto repair people and now make them electricians. Some can, but you can't expect everybody to do this. And you need to have jobs available. You need to cut this foolishness overseas about jobs, because honestly, they're not really trying to hire us over here, and it's not out of a racism or anything, but they're trying to make sure people work there and then seek outside. Here, they just throwing them overseas, like, forget us, because of the taxes, cheap labor, what have you, and we got to stop. We need to stop with this credit check. Now, let me tell you the God honest truth. The only reason why the credit check was there in the beginning was to keep minorities out. Now that it's hurting their own other people who are non-minorities, now it's really big, and now people are paying attention to it. You need to start with this credit check and start with this background check. The only thing that needs to be verified with background is if it's a job that you require to be a citizen or a legal resident, and you need to stop it where, unless you're a sex offender, and of course you can't work in schools and things like that. Other than that, that's it. How are people with jobs supposed to work? Virginia wanted to be the main states out here that just try to put these lifetime felons on, and won't allow you to work. How is people supposed to work and move on in life? You can't keep holding people down. If that's the case, nobody be working. Okay. I'm sorry, correct grammar. Nobody will be working. So we have to do what we can, and this is just getting really foolish. Personally, and also they need to stop this with the jobs. Start with these contract companies, and two, start with this BS job postings. Personally, and I feel this should be a requirement, you do not post a job unless you state how much the pay is. Honestly, if it's a contract or full-time, if contract, how long, and who the company is. None of this anonymous putting on here, send us your resume and we'll get back in touch with you. You don't know where your resume going. And too many times people are sending out whatever and saying, we got to have your resume first. No, be upfront. People going to try to backfill the jobs and try to go around me to get the job. No, I'm sorry. You have to be protective of yourself and your information. And then when you apply for these jobs, every time you do a credit check on a job, they say, it doesn't hurt your credit. Yes, it does. And you're applying for jobs. Imagine for someone who's not paying attention to that, and now every other job you apply for doing a credit check, and you're seeing all these hits, these inquiries. And now's the day to work at McDonald's, pizza, God knows what. Tech, it just requires a credit. Why? All these jobs in D.C. for background, security clearance, they need to stop that mess too, the security clearance mess. You act like it's a country club, and that's basically what they want with the jobs, and they need to stop. They really do. Another thing is, when it came to Miss Sotomayor, you didn't really back the chick up. You just put her up there, saying you suggested her and the reasons why, what have you, fine. But when they were making these comments and stuff like that, you really didn't take a stand and say, look, cut the crap, we're not doing this. You really have to stand there for your people. Why put them up there if you're not going to have their back? And you just let them keep tearing her apart. Yeah, she got in, and I'm happy she got in. What's next when you get the next nomination in if another Supreme Court justice passes away? Another thing is this money with the stimulus. Not even half of it is even spent. Get it out there. It doesn't take long. Trust me, you give me $700 billion plus, I can get it spent within a week. Trust me. Trust and believe. It's not hard. If you have a plan and do it correctly, you get all these people everybody else to break out these different parts of the books and laws and read it apart and tell you who needs money and everything else. And you put it all together in the stimulus. Worked it out with your Congress and Senate and everybody else. And the money's not spent. And here it is, going on almost a year from this stimulus, and people are still out of work. Hello. Another thing I have a problem with Mr. Obama is this constant reference to Lincoln. Real quickly, Rick Lincoln did not free us. Lincoln was against us. He wanted us out the country. He only said something that was already there, and he just really hated us, very much so. Another thing about it is you try to do this thing with Copenhagen about energy and health and environment. You didn't enforce any new laws about car mileage. We wanted to get up to 35 standard by 2019, 18, 20. Stop it. You can make it right now. Stop playing with these companies and say, look, get your S together and say, look, 40 miles a gallon standard with gas. The technology's out there. There's tons of videos out on YouTube, and everyone else knows kids in backyards modifying vehicles off of gas only, not anything electrical or hybrid, but gas only, that can get 40, 45 miles an hour, gallon. Excuse me. The first Honda Civic, I want to say 1973, 75, got 45 to 50 miles per gallon gas. So there's that issue. Now, we need to get this mess handled with Rwanda and defer. Get some more people out there and help out. Again, we got troops chilling everywhere else, doing their training and other things that they're supposed to do to keep themselves prepared. But prepared for what? You know, get some more troops to help out Rwanda defer. We want to quickly go to Afghanistan and Iraq and everywhere else. But to me, because they don't have oil and a lot to offer, in their government's mind, they don't want to help, which is wrong. They do have a lot to offer. Good human beings, souls, minds, spirit, a life. Every life is precious. We may not like everybody in this world, but every life is precious. And in turn, we have to continue to show this, not just with emergency times, but continuing, and to help out the people here, the people overseas, Haiti, what have you. We got to get this mess together with the gun control. I'm sorry, outside of rifles and the handguns, why do we need these automatic weapons, bazookas, and everything else? Truth of the matter is, with the Second Amendment, anybody who do their research, the purpose of the Second Amendment was to keep slave control. So if slaves run across your land and try to escape or whatever, you can shoot them. That was the purpose of the Second Amendment. Or they were worried about Native Americans coming in and taking. That was the purpose. Other than that, they didn't really think about guns, other than hunting. That's the facts. Look it up. Also, this whole thing with Olympics. The last thing we needed to do was focus on Olympics, dog. Come on. And then, that's pretty much it. I've had these notes, so I was just trying to keep it all together, organized. But just, it's very frustrating, and we just need to do more. I pray that everybody's doing well this year. It's 2010. Let's try to make things happen. I beg people to stay involved in your city and local civics groups. Get on your boys and sons about dressing looking like thugs. Pull up your pants. Talk with some decency. Get your girls, stop acting like hoes and trying to overly be sexualized attitudes and looking like crazy. Get out and vote. Get involved in your schools. Help out your churches more. These churches stop being so ostracized to all the people out here, and welcome everybody. That's what the church was supposed to be, regardless of anything. It's supposed to love and try to help everybody a little bit more. Stay involved and be good to everybody. Donate to Haiti. Donate to Defer. Get involved in your local civic groups more. And I pray everybody's doing well. Have a happy new year, and hope everybody's doing well. Please respond. Share your thoughts. I love everybody, and be good to yourselves and be good to everybody else. Have a blessed one. Bye-bye.